Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today's movie review is going to be for a A24 title from the guys that brought us, or from the guy, I'll say the guys that brought us Swiss Army Man, and that is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Um, just from the trailers alone, you can tell this movie is going to be weird. Um, but after watching Swiss Army Man, I kind of felt like I knew what I was going to be getting into. Basically, you have um, uh, Michelle Yao, uh, and Jamie Lee Curtis, Stephanie Hasu, uh, Kei Hu Kwan. I can't say their names.
Oh my god.
But Michelle Yao is our main character. Her and her husband run a laundromat. They live over the laundromat. They take care of her father. Her daughter is she has a kind of a rough relationship with her daughter because she is very harsh on her. She um, isn't respectful to her. She doesn't really fully. She says she accepts her relationship with her girlfriend, but she really doesn't. And they're going to the they've been audited, so they're having to go for the audit, and that's where Jamie Lee Curtis comes into play. She's the auditor, and while there, uh, she ends up getting sucked into parallel universes, basically the multiverse, in a way, and she's going through different. She's learning, and this whole movie basically boils down to all the craziness and everything she goes through is basically the universe teaching her that she needs to change her life. She needs to change her aspect, her look on life, her relationship. And by the end, you get this emotional scene where she finally realizes that she was hurt by her father not fighting for her to stay with them when she was young and too young to take off and be married. And she was taking her pain out on her daughter, and it was pushing her daughter away to the point where I think it was pushing her daughter slightly to. I was getting the effects of committing suicide. Um, because she was talking about, like, at the end they were looking at this donut hole or bagel. Oh, excuse me, it's a bagel, and they were talking about like going into the bagel and to the nothingness and all this kind of stuff. And um, but it just by the end you get this emotional scene where she basically comes to terms that she's not been a good person. She's treated her husband poorly. She's treated her daughter poorly, and she's done all this because she was mad at herself, her father, and it's just a really touching story. Uh, it really got to me at the end. Um, People say best of the year. I would say it's close. Um,
Tiger's still on the damn. Like you want?
no, I would say it's close. It is weird, but the weirdness don't really take from the movie. It doesn't hurt the storyline. Um, and once if you can look past the weirdness and see this story, like the Swiss Army Man, I think there was a story in that one. I say it in my review. I think there's a story in that one. I just don't see it as clearly. This one, you see it a lot more clearly. They really put more time into this, and you can tell they've really put more thought into this, and they just really came away with definitely one of the best films of the year so far that I've seen. Um, and it's not all subtitled. Honestly, there's I don't even know if it'd be half and half. To me, I think it was more in English than subtitled. So at least that's how it felt, you know. So to me, so don't be worried about going into it having to read if you're a type of the person that doesn't like to read subtitles, because to me this didn't have a ton, but I would definitely give it a watch. This is a definite win for A24 for me. Uh, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Um, Loved it. So happy to own this in the collection. Uh, and a really great film for a great price at $15. I think in store it was going for 20 and up, but if you got it off of Amazon, it was 15. So definitely worth the $15. And I would definitely check it out. I mean, cinematography is great. They do very well with showing the multiverse. And honestly, I've seen some people say this. I actually prefer the way they do it in this movie than the way Marvel done it with the Avengers. Um, I think I don't know how they managed to do it, but I think they did it. I think they actually upped one upped Marvel when it comes to doing the multiverse. And because when I watch Infinity War and Endgame, I always had my issues with those movies and the whole multiverse concept and everything. He probably hit the wall or something, rolled. But this movie I had no issues with. I thought it was done brilliantly. Like I said, it is weird at times, some of the from the universe's world, whatever she goes into, but I had no issue with it. It's a 5 out of 5. I'd recommend it all day. So, but that is everything for my review. So please comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we'll see you all on the next one.